Good morning, YouTube family and friends. I hope you had a great week. My week, it was okay. Nothing to write home about, but it was all right. Today is Saturday, March 21st, 2026. And this is my week 104 results of being back on Mounjaro. Yay! We're just chugging along here. I think last week I said a year has like 55 or 56 weeks in it. I don't think that's correct. I think it's 52. Yeah, I don't know. If it's 52, then this is the completion of 2 full years. So anyway, last week I weighed in at 195 for a total weight loss of 4 pounds, which got me down to 41 pounds for that 103 weeks. And I went over my journey. When I was on Mounjaro, then had to go off and go on Ozempic, and then had to go off that and go back on Mounjaro. So if you're interested in how that process went, then you can watch my prior video, and you'll learn all about it. So, but anyway, this morning I weighed in at 193. That's a 2-pound weight loss for a total weight loss of 43 pounds and 104 weeks. God, I'm happy with that, especially dealing with generalized myasthenia gravis, how I am tired all day long. Oh, of course. Yeah, so, and I don't have a whole lot of energy anymore. I did get approved for long-term disability. I talked about that in a prior video as well. One update, being on long-term disability through my works insurance company, they do require me to apply for SSDI with the government, Social Security Disability Insurance. That's a mandate, and I thought it was 6 months after you get the approval, but no, it's 6 months from the date you start getting paid. So my official last day of work was June 6th, and so 6 months from there was December 6th, and so MetLife doesn't count those first 6 months. It's kind of like a ride or whatever you want to call it. So starting December 6th forward as where I'm getting paid. And that's also the start date I found out to be able to have to apply for SSDI. So I have until May 6th, May 5th or May 6th, to submit to them, MetLife, that I've applied for SSDI. I don't have to have an answer by then, but I just have to prove to them that I did apply for it. So, and they did have a vendor that they work with. It's Brown and Brown. And if I went with them, then they can get all the medical records from MetLife. We won't have to go through the hassle of getting it. They'll fill my SSDI application out for me. Someone's supposed to call me next week to kind of go over all my medical issues, so they can figure out the best way to fill that application or claim out through SSDI. So, but they take care of all of it. So, yeah. And if they get me approved, rather the first time or in an appeals, if I get denied the first time, then their fee comes out of the back pay that I would get from SSDI. So there's no money out of pocket for me to use Brown and Brown. If I get totally denied SSDI, then I don't owe them nothing. So that's kind of nice going through that. So I'm like, heck yeah, I'm gonna go through them. I got a letter in the mail from them this week saying they've been contacted and given my information. And so there's a phone number for me to call, and I went ahead and gave them a call yesterday so they can get that process started. So they sent me some stuff through email to do some electronic signing, I got the electronic signatures on those forms that I had to fill out and automatically resent it to them. So it's a pretty simple process. So I'm just glad to get that process because I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be a pain in the rear. So, and of course I had another session for occupational therapy and physical therapy, and both again, I had bad shakiness in my hands, arms, and legs. So I went ahead and received the notes off of those sessions through my chart online and got both of those notes submitted into MetLife under my approved claim. That's what I do. Any new notes that I get from a appointment, I have to submit it to them. And I also called up my claim specialist to let her know when my next psychiatry appointment is and when my next therapist appointment is, because I had them both this week. I saw psychiatrist on the 18th, and the 19th, Thursday, was my therapist. So, and the psychiatrist went really good. I thought about confronting her about what happened last go around. If you're not familiar with it, I think I talked about it like 3 videos ago, something like that. So I'm not going to get into that anyway. But I decided not to bring it up because it's like, you know what? She filled out the form, and I got to see it because they gave me a copy of it. I don't know if they're supposed to or not, but they did. So, but she did bring it up herself. Not kind of. She said, no, that I really think that your tremors and shakiness is a direct result of your other medical conditions. And she said that's why I didn't feel like I should be the one filling those out. It should be your other doctors. But again, like I said, my neurologist, Dr. Chen, says that he doesn't believe the tremors and shakiness. They're called active tremors. They did learn that. They're active tremors. So no no Parkinson's. Because Parkinson's, you tremor when you're at rest. No, this is only happens when I'm in motion or doing something, like grabbing something with my hands or pinching something with my fingers, or say if I'm walking, or if I just do something strenuous with my legs. That's where they come. So it's active tremors. So I lost what I was talking about. So, but anyway, she said that's why I didn't think I should fill it out, but I went ahead and filled it out and got it submitted. It's like, I see that. Thank you very much. Because I did get approved for it. I let her know I did get approved. She's like, well, that's good. But I told her I only got approved for my mental status right now and not my physical. I said that MetLife did say that I do have restrictions on the physical side because of all my medical issues, but since I had a sedentary job, I have a desk job, they weren't bad enough to qualify me for long-term disability through the physical aspect. But I did tell psychiatrists that, when I talked to my claims specialist, I did let her know how bad my shaking and tremors has gotten over the last couple of months. And it was so bad that my physical therapist recommended that I go to occupational therapy. That's mainly for my hands and arms. And they ran it by my neurologist, and he agreed. So I told her I've had my first 2 sessions of it, and they said I definitely have an issue with it. So they wanted to see me 2 times a week for the first month to see if they can treat it or not, or get it to be better. So they think they can. And I also told her how much it's affecting, like I'm here at home typing on the computer. No, it's hard because when you're typing, my hands start to get jittery and it's hard to type. Or when I'm on the mouse, it's kind of hard because my hand shakes. I'm doing the shaking, by the way. and when I try to click the mouse, it kind of shakes. So it's really getting hard to work my keyboard. And since I have a desk job, now I have to work on keyboards and use the mouse. So my claim specialist says that could qualify you now. So she said for me to go ahead and submit the notes for my first few visits, and then I let her know when my next appointments are, and she said to submit the notes from those appointments as well. So every time you have an appointment for occupational therapy as well as physical therapy, to go ahead and submit those notes, keep on submitting them. So, and then the medical team will take a look at them to see if you now qualify for long-term disability for physical as well. The second half has started. Nebraska and Vanderbilt. This is the round of 32. Nebraska finally won an NCAA game 2 days ago, and if they win this game, they'll be first time ever going to the Sweet 16. So, come on, Huskers! Da 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 da. Go Big Red! They get the lead right now by 5 points. So, but anyway, that means I have to wrap this up. So that's where things are at right now. Next week, Monday and on Friday, I have my next occupational therapy and physical therapy. On Wednesday, I have more testing that I have to drive out to Millard, Nebraska. It's at 7 a.m. and I can't eat. Well, no, it's a 3-hour testing involved. I don't know what all it's going to test me, so I'll have that all next week. So I'll let you know what it ended up being and how it goes. So, but all right, folks, this just got to 12 minutes. This will be the shortest video in a long time. So, all right, take care, everybody. Remember to be kind to everybody you meet, strangers, friends, family. We need more kindness in the world today. All right, love you all. Take care.